If you're facing challenges right now, maybe challenges in your finances, in your business, in your relationship, in your health, or even in your job or in your career, and you're beginning to think that maybe this is the end of the road, this is the end of your relationship, this is the end of your career. But I've come to tell you that no challenge, no matter how it comes, no matter from where it comes, has come to destroy you. No challenge has the capacity to destroy you. In fact, every challenge that has come to you has come with a package of solution inside it, has come with a package of blessing inside it. And what happens is that most of the times we look at the challenges with our physical eyes and we become afraid. When you look at those challenges with your physical eyes, there's every tendency that you will become afraid. You start feeling as though the challenge is bigger than what you can handle. And that's why you don't need to look at that challenge with your physical eyes. Rather, you need to see the challenge. So no challenge has come to destroy you. No challenge is bigger than you. No challenge, irrespective of how the challenge came, irrespective of how big it seems, no challenge has the capacity to bring you down. No challenge has the ability to pull you down. In fact, the challenges that come to you, they were not made to destroy you. They were just mechanisms of bringing you up. They were mechanisms of, bringing you to your next level of success. They came as a catalyst to push you forward to that desired next level of success. The challenge that has come to you has no capacity to destroy that business. It has no capacity to destroy your health. That challenge that has come to you, irrespective of what it is, irrespective of how big it looks, has no capacity to pull you down. It has no capacity to bring your finances down. It has no capacity to break that relationship. It has no capacity to destroy your life. Rather, inside that challenge, if only you can see, there is a package inside it. There is a solution package inside that challenge. If only you can see, there is a promotion package inside that challenge. See, challenges are ways of you moving forward. Challenges are ways through which you move to your next level. They are like catalysts, to spring you up to your next level. You prayed for success in business. You prayed for success in your marriage. You prayed to move to your next level. You desire to move to that next level of success in your business, in that career, in that job. You desire that promotion. And now challenges came and you're thinking, but this is not what I prayed for, because you're thinking like this because you're looking at that challenge with your physical eyes. If only you can see, you will find out that the solution that you prayed for, that next level success that you wished for, that next level success in business, that next level success in your career, that next level success in your finances that you desired for has come. It came as a challenge. But inside that challenge is that success that you're waiting for. Inside that challenge is that solution you'll be waiting for. Inside that challenge is that success in your marriage. Inside that challenge is that success in your finances. Inside that challenge is that divine health that you've been praying for. If only you can see beyond. See beyond that challenge. See through that challenge. See with the eyes of faith. So there's a difference between looking and seeing. When you view that challenge, when you view that challenging situation with your two physical eyes, you are looking. And there's every tendency that you're not seeing. How do I mean? So there's every tendency that you're not seeing the solution package inside that challenge because you are just looking. You are looking with your physical eyes. So a lot of people feel that the challenge that has come to them has come to destroy them, and so they start feeling hopeless because they look at the challenge with their physical eyes. They became afraid. But when you shut these two eyes, when you close these two eyes, when you stop looking and start seeing, when you start seeing with your eyes on the inside, with your eyes of the spirit, with your eyes of faith, with your mind's eye, when you start seeing from those eyes on the inside, you will look through, you will pierce through the challenge and see the solution. You will pierce through the challenge and see the package, the solution package. You will see through the challenge and see the escape route. So I tell you vividly, no challenge has the capacity to destroy you. No challenge is meant to pull you down. No, irrespective of how that challenge is, irrespective of what the challenge is, it came for your good. The challenge challenge came for your promotion. You're not seeing this promotion. You're not seeing this success because you're looking only with your physical eyes. You're looking at your bank account and you're seeing the figures there and you are afraid and you're like thinking, how can I make it with this figure? You are afraid because you're looking at that bank account with your eyes, with your physical eyes. When you see with the eyes of the spirit, when you see with your mind's eye, when you see with the eyes of faith, you will pierce through the figures and see the solution and see the real amount in that bank account. If all that you do with your life is based on what you see with your physical eyes, if all the decisions you make about your business, about your finances, about your marriage, about that relationship, about that job is based on what you look with your physical eyes, you are limited, you are short-sighted. Your decisions may be limited, your decisions may be short-sighted. So you need to go beyond looking and now see it. Start seeing with the eyes of faith. Start seeing with the eyes of the spirit. Start seeing with your mind's eye. The challenge that came to you, irrespective of what it is. You may say, Christian, but you don't know what I'm facing. Yes, irrespective of what that challenge is. It did not come to destroy you. It's not bigger than what you can handle. All you need to do is to stop looking at that challenge with your physical eyes and start seeing that challenge. Start seeing that challenge with your eyes of faith. Start seeing that challenge with your mind's eye and stop looking at the challenge. For when you look at the challenge, when you keep looking at the challenge with these two physical eyes, with these two physical limited eyes, you will be drawn to fear. You are bound to be afraid. You are bound to feel that that challenge has come to destroy you, that challenge is the end of your road, that challenge is the end of your life, that challenge is the end of the relationship. That's why you have to cease from looking at that challenge. See, no challenge has come to destroy you, and no challenge has the capacity to destroy you. And that's why in this video I have come to show you how you can turn every challenge that has come to you, or every challenge that will come to you, into a solution. How you can use it as a leverage to moving to your desired next level success. So let me take a little deep dive of a biblical account of a challenging situation that the children of Israel faced when they encountered the wall of Jericho. The Bible recorded in Joshua chapter 6 from verse 1 to 20. So I may not read all of the verses, so you have to read that on your own. So the place that caught my attention is in verse 2, but let me start reading. So the Bible recorded in Joshua chapter 6 from verse 1. Now Jericho was straightly shut up because of the children of Israel, and none went out and none came in. And verse 2 says, and the Lord said unto Joshua, see, I have given you Jericho. See, I have given unto thy hand Jericho, and the king thereof, and the mighty men of valor. This is a challenging situation. The Bible recorded in that Joshua chapter 6 from verse 1 that Jericho was shut because of children of Israel. That's a challenging situation. It was shut with a mighty wall because of the children of Israel. And then they were in that challenging situation. And I think they were looking at that challenging situation as most of us look at challenges with our physical eyes. They were there looking, and they were afraid. And in verse 2, God intervened and God said to Joshua, see, I have given you Jericho. In other words, stop looking and see. See, this place got my attention. God said, see. When somebody said see, it means you're looking at something but you're not seeing. Joshua, the Bible didn't record that Joshua was blind as for God to say see. So God was not referring to his physical eyes when he said see. In fact, God saw that they were looking at that situation, that challenging situation, with their naked eyes, and they were drawn to fear. They became afraid. They saw that challenge as end of the road, as most of us see the challenge that has come to us as the end of the road. And God has to intervene, just as I'm intervening right now, to tell you to stop looking and see. God intervened and God told Joshua, see, I have given you that Jericho. See, I have given you Jericho and the mighty men of valor. I have given all them to you. See, but when God said see, it means Joshua should stop looking. Joshua should not be afraid. Joshua should see. With what eyes? When God is saying see, it means because their eyes were not shut. They were not blind. Joshua wasn't blind, but God was not referring to these physical eyes. For if all that you can judge about your life, if all that you're judging about that finances, if all that you can judge about your bank account is based only on what these physical eyes can see, you will be limited in life. I tell you that you will be limited in life. And that's why you need to stop looking at challenges with these eyes. Stop looking and start seeing. That's why you need to shut these eyes. When you're faced with that challenging situation, irrespective of what it is, shut these eyes of fear, shut these eyes of limitation, and see. Activate the internal eyes, activate your mind's eyes, activate the eyes of your spirit, and see through. See through. That's what God was telling Joshua. See, stop looking. Stop being afraid. Stop looking, for if you continue looking, you will be afraid. Stop looking. See. And then if you read further, if you read down, and then God gave them, because see, when God told them, see, I have given you Jericho and everything inside it. When God said that, I have given you Jericho, the walls of Jericho in the realm of the spirit, the walls have fallen down. When God said, I have given you Jericho and everything inside it, the walls of Jericho at that point in the realm of the spirit has fallen down. But Joshua cannot see it in the physical eyes. In the physical eyes, when you look, the walls are standing there. But in the realm of the spirit, God said, I have given you Jericho. In other words, that wall that has shut, that shuts you, that wall that closed you from entering, that wall is falling down. So, but then, in the realm of the spirit, God said, I have given you Jericho. It means the walls of Jericho has fallen. But in the physical, the walls are there. So there is a disalignment between the vision that God is making them to see and what is seemingly real with these physical eyes. So there is a disalignment. And God, if you read further, gave them instructions on what to do to align this thing, to align the physical situation to that vision. See, when you started up that business, you had a vision. You saw how beautiful things will look. When you entered into that marriage, you had a vision. You saw how things will look. You saw how beautiful that your marriage will become. When God gave you a vision, God, you saw how your health will be. You saw your divine health. You saw how beautiful your children will look. When you entered into that company, you saw how beautiful that company is. You saw the promises. You had a vision of entering into the company. But now, it's as though the opposite is the case. Now it's as though a challenge is standing between that vision and you. It's as though the wall of Jericho is standing between that thing that you saw before you entered into that company. It's as though the wall of Jericho is standing between you and your health. It's as though the walls of Jericho is standing between you and that great and wonderful marriage that you saw before you got married. Because there is a challenge right now. There is a disalignment between what you saw in the vision, between what God promised you and what is real. Yes, most times this happens. See, in software development, sometimes when the developers of the software, when the builders of the software, when they want to release new feature of the application, and they go to the back end, they write the code, and after writing the code, they deploy the code. But sometimes after deploying the code in the front end or in the application itself, in the graphical user interface, the part of the application where the normal users use, sometimes the application still carry the old version. The new release that they deployed is not reflected in the application itself. And so there is a disalignment between the application itself, okay, And the new release that they released, they just released a new feature, deployed it, but in the application is not reflecting. There's a disalignment. So sometimes to bring this alignment, the users of the software or the developers themselves, they will make a reboot, or they will restart the application, or that you, the user of the application, will make a refresh of your page. And as that happens, the alignment will show up. So sometimes when challenges come, you're like wondering, but this is not what I saw. Yes, but this is not what I saw before I entered this company. But this is not what I saw before I entered this business. But this is not what I saw before I entered this marriage. Yes. Just like the children of Israel, God said, I have given you Jericho. But when they open their eyes, the Jericho wall is there. Yes, you had a vision before you started that business. You had a vision before you entered into that marriage. You had a vision before you entered into that job. But it's as though you're not seeing that right now. It's as though there's a war, there's a challenge. There's a disalignment between that which you look and that which you saw. And that's why you need to shut your eyes and see. And that's why you need to now to bring this alignment, to align the physical situation to that vision. There are things that you need to do. See, the Bible says that the just has to live by faith. You need to shut your eyes and see, continue seeing, irrespective of this challenge. In the midst of the challenge, you need to shut your eyes and keep seeing that vision, keep seeing that beautiful light, even though the external, even though the physical is not showing that. You need to start seeing, you need to keep seeing that vision, you need to keep seeing that promise, because the just shall live by faith, not by sight. When you live by these sights, you are limited. When you live by this sight, most of the things that this eyes, these physical eyes show you, they are a mirage. So that's why you have to keep living by faith, keep living by the vision of your mind's eye, by the vision of your eyes of the spirit. You have to keep living by that same vision. What did you see before you start that business? You have to keep seeing that vision. What was the world's giving to you before you started that business, before you entered into that marriage? Keep on with that word. See that word, see beyond the challenge and see yourself succeeding. See beyond those figures, those limiting figures in that bank account. See beyond them and see wealth. See beyond them and see you succeeding. Look beyond the challenge that you're having in your marriage right now. I see you having beautiful marriage. See, keep on seeing. See, when you keep on seeing, when you keep on visualizing this, when you keep on using these eyes of faith, your faith will build, confidence will build, and fear will diminish. And when you are faced with challenges, you have to see God. What God told them, God gave them. I'm talking about now alignment, because sometimes you are seeing this vision now. Okay, like I said, see with your eyes of the spirit. Okay, now you're seeing beautiful life, you're seeing beautiful health, you're seeing divine health, you're seeing wealth, you're seeing abundance. But when you open your eye, you still see as though the thing is still there. In this case, there are some things, like I gave you an example of software. You need to reboot, you need to refresh, you need to restart. How do you reboot? How do you refresh? Or how do you restart? Just like the software, they restart the page or they reboot the application. How do you reboot? God gave the children of Israel instruction. When you read it from Joshua chapter 6 from verse 1, read all till verse 20. God told them, he said, you're going to pass the world 7 times. These are instructions, okay? But one remarkable thing that God told them is, when you're passing from the first time, you don't have to speak. Let nobody say anything. Don't speak a word. Why? Because God saw that all this while they were looking with their physical eyes, they may have been afraid. And if they open their mouth to speak, they will speak fear. They will speak, I'm dying. They will speak, my business is collapsing. They will speak deaths. And God said, shut your mouth. Don't speak. So, when you're in the midst of challenge, and you just look at that challenge with your physical eyes, shut your mouth. Don't talk at that point. It's only when you have shut your eyes and now activate your mind's eye, activate the eyes of your vision, and keep seeing through that challenge with these eyes of vision. And then faith is built in because as you keep seeing with the eyes of this vision, as you keep seeing with the eyes of faith, with the eyes of your spirit, with your mind's eye, as you keep seeing beyond the challenge, as you keep seeing beyond, see through the challenge and see that solution inside that challenge, as you keep seeing the vision of that business before you started it, as you keep seeing that next level success, and now, despite the fact that you're in that challenge, faith is built up. Faith is built up. It's only this time that you're meant to speak words. Speak words of faith. I'm a success. When you're doing this right now, you are manually aligning the situation. That is your reboot. Okay? You are rebooting right now. You're saying, I'm a success. I am making progress. I may be like this now, but come and see me later. Yes, my business may look like this, but I know that I'm making progress. I know what I see. I know what I see. I'm a success. I'm a success. Whatever I touch prospers. I've got divine health. Maybe it's a health challenge. I've got divine health in me. I've got life in me. I'm alive and healthy. You are speaking this, even though in the physical you are plagued with sickness. But you're speaking. So when you continue in this way, is your way of rebooting. You are manually aligning this physical with the vision that you've been seeing. That's how to align. And if somebody who knows or who is looking at your challenge sees you speaking this way, sees you dancing when you should be crying, sees you speaking faith when you should be saying I'm dying, the person may think that you're drunk. Actually, you're drunk of the Holy Ghost. Actually, the person may think that you're mad. The person may think that you're out of your mind because he or she expects you to be crying. He or she expects you to be speaking, complaining, but you are speaking words of faith. You are speaking words of victory. You are dancing and rejoicing. Actually, the person is the one that is out of his or her mind because he or she is looking at your situation, is looking at your challenge with those limited physical eyes. While you have moved from looking and you are in the state of seeing, and now you have moved from seeing and you are in the stage of aligning the physical, because now you're talking, because you're now filled with faith based on the fact that you have seen with the eyes of faith. Now you're filled with faith. Fear has diminished. Now that problem that seems big has become like a bread that you can chew. Now you're talking, I am passing through. When you say this enough, you find out that, this external will now align with that vision that you see. This is how to bring out the solution that the challenge has come with. Because every challenge that has come to you has come with a package of solution. When you understand this, you will embrace challenges, because they are your ways of moving to your next level of success. God told them, don't speak until the 7th day. Why 7th day? Because it takes this, before that 7 days, he told them what to be doing. The things that will make their faith to get built up. The things that will make them to see with the eyes of faith. And he said, at the trumpet blast, that's only when you will speak. And as you speak, not only speaking, you shout. And as you shout, the walls will crumble. And the children of Israel did exactly. Because when God said, I have given you Jericho, the walls of Jericho actually crumbled in the realm of the spirit. But physically, the walls were there. And God gave them instruction of rebooting by, first of all, visualizing, seeing, meditating on that word. And as they were filled with faith, now God gave them instruction of rebooting. Now their own instruction was to shout. And as they shouted, the walls of Jericho crumbled. Sometimes also your rebooting may be shout. You go to a place, a closet that is only you. You shout, I'm a success. I'm alive. You shout, I am making progress. You shout. These are ways to break out the juice, bring out the success that is hidden inside that challenge. For every challenge that has come to you has come with a package of solution, with a package of next level success. Yes, and you can only harvest this solution when you stop looking with your two physical eyes and start seeing with the eyes of faith, with the eyes of the spirit, with your mind's eyes. And when you see, your faith will be built, you will be energized, you will be edified, and you see yourself bigger than the challenge. And only then you start aligning that physical situation to that vision that you see by speaking words of faith, words that were given to you by the faith that you received. And you will see that physical situation align to the vision that you've seen. This is what I have brought to you, and I hope that this video blesses you. And if you have watched this video up to this point, I may as well tell you that this message is I have kept it as is a series of videos. Okay, so because I have much to tell you about this, I titled it "Close Your Eyes and See." There are about 5 of them, so this is like the part 1. So you can check out for the part 2, where I talked about Caleb and the weak spies. Close your eyes and see Caleb and the weak spies. And so there are so many versions of them. And I have also Close Your Eyes and See how David defeated Goliath. So you may look for the next version or the next release of this video. It's titled Close Your Eyes and See series. So I have them, about 5 of them. So I'll be releasing them. So look out for them and you'll be blessed by them. So and I hope this video blesses you. If this video is helpful to you, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. So it's a way of supporting me to keep on making this video and making them free for you, for your help. And I invite you also to like this video and share this video to your friends and to as many as you may think that may need to see this video. Until I come your way next time, keep living in that atmosphere of next level success and happiness. Bye-bye.